Welcome back, everyone, to the Better Travel Plays YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, November 20th, and I'm back breaking down some more college basketball. We do have a top 25 matchup on the docket late tonight, but we're going to start with Sienna going up against Xavier. Then we will take a look at that top 25 matchup. Illinois traveling to take on Alabama. 4 plays in total, a couple player props, a couple game picks. Before that, let's take a look at the plays we had on Tuesday night. We had Minnesota minus 14.5. Came out a little bit lower than what I expected, but I guess it does make sense because, Dawson Garcia does most of the scoring. Minnesota does play great defense, but I do expect it to kind of be a low-scoring game-ish unless Minnesota puts up 90. So 14.5 is what we got it at. Perfectly fine with that. Marquette's minus 4.5. I actually just bet it right now whenever I got home from work. So we're going to play it at minus 5.5. That's what I just took it at, so that's what we're going to play it at. Cam Jones, 22.5. Kind of crazy. I thought it'd be lower than that, but 22.5 is the play. And then Dawson Garcia, he is only on PrizePicks from what I have seen. I went over 20 points on his point total there. So those plays are about to start. It is 5:53 p.m. Central Time. Nothing has started yet, but we are going to be locked in tonight with those plays. Let's take a look at the first play of the day. Top 25 matchup later on. This is going to be the appetizer between Sienna and Xavier. The play is going to be Xavier against the spread, assuming this is going to be minus 20 or more, because we do have a pretty big disadvantage for Sienna in this game. They just don't have the talent to go up against Xavier. We've already talked about Xavier this season. I do think they have potential to be one of the best teams in the Big East. They're going to give Creighton a run for their money. We have Ryan Conwell and Zach Freemantle leading the charge this season, both guys averaging over 17 points per game. We have a dominant big man down low, and we have dominant guard play up top. So this team, they're going to be great. They're going to be good all season long. They play great defense so far this season. We're going to see a dominant performance on both sides of the ball. They should have no problem going up against Sienna. They're probably going to score 90-plus, even 100-plus points in this game. The Sienna Saints, they've been scoring a lot of points per game this season, but they have no defense whatsoever. They have put up 74 points so far in the year per game, having a couple guys who can get it done on that side of the ball. But whenever it comes to playing defense, this team's not going to be up for the challenge. Looking at some of their players, we're going to have the bulk of the scoring in this game. We have Justice Schultz. Looks like he's playing his first season in college basketball as a junior this year, pouring in 19.8 points per game. He does not have a three-point shot this season. It looks like he's only taken a couple. He has made both of them, but don't think he's going to be a threat from the outside. Then we have another player, a junior, Major Freeman. It looks like this is his first year in basketball. It looks like Sienna just had open tryouts because the two leading scorers looks like they haven't played basketball in NCAA yet. So I think Sienna is just having open tryouts. These are two guys that made the team. Finally, we have Brendan Doyle. He did play for the Saints last season. Thank you. Had 4 points per game, but he's scoring 13.5 so far this season. So looks like Sienna might be playing some pickup ball this year. Maybe that's why the defense has been so bad. They do have a couple wins. One of them against Bryant. Bryant has been a good team over the last couple years in a smaller conference. Then they have a game against Brown that they won. Brown was really good last season in the Ivy League. I think, well, I shouldn't say really good. They gave Princeton some fits. I think they beat Princeton in a big-time game last season for the conference. Brown might have got second last year in the conference, now that I'm thinking about it, because we had Yale. I think Brown might have got second. It doesn't matter. This is going to be a pickup game for Sienna, and it's not going to be a pickup game for Xavier. They've got great defense. They've got great offense. They're going to win this game by 1 billion. So I'm going to take them against the spread as a play. For the final play of the day, we have that top 25 matchup. We're going to be looking at Illinois going up against Alabama. I feel bad for Illinois in this spot. I think they're going to be a pretty good team this season, but Alabama, they're coming off a loss. They haven't been playing very well in back-to-back games. One of those games being against McNeese State that we did take. Other game against Purdue. This is going to be their best effort of the season. Alabama playing defense for once this season, that's going to be a scary thing to see for Illinois, because Alabama, if they play defense, they're most likely going to be playing for a title this year. Alabama, they can score in a hurry. We know that. But the defense can be good. They just got to put forth some effort. Mark Sears is going to be the best player on the floor once again. I'll say it here again. He's been the best player in the country over the last 2 seasons. I don't care what anybody says. But looking at Illinois first, we have a true freshman. He's leading the charge. Riley, who's scoring 17.7 points per game, is looking really good for him and for Illinois. He's got 17.7 points per game, and they're going to be playing down low in this game, it looks like. They have 3 players who are scoring above 13 points, none of them at the guard position. We have another guy from Croatia on this Illinois team, and here comes the pronunciation. Please don't get at me. Don't say anything in the comments. Tomislav Ivisic. That might have been pretty good. He's scoring 17 points per game, 7'1". So Illinois pretty big down low. Illinois has been pretty good defensively, but Alabama, they're just run and gun. They've got the big boys down low. They won't be able to run the floor. Illinois won't be able to run the floor in this game with those big guys. Alabama, they can get 50-plus points on your head in the fast break in this game. Between Sears, Right Call, and Filan, Alabama is going to have run, 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 run every single play drawn up. Open layups, open jump shots. Illinois not able to get back. Nelson will have his hands full down low. He's going to go up against a couple big guys down low, but if he doesn't get in foul trouble, I will take Nelson any day of the week going up against this Illinois team. With what I'm seeing right now, I think Alabama's going to win this game. I'm going to take Alabama against the spread. Illinois, I just don't see them running the floor with Alabama. If we see Alabama play defense, this Illinois team will not be close to 80 points. Going off of what we've seen so far this season, I got a high-scoring game here. Alabama against the spread will be the play whenever it comes out. And for the best player props of the day, we're going to be looking at, not Mark Sears to start. Don't look at that. We're going to go with Ryan Conwell here. Xavier going up against Sienna. I talked about the defensive play for the Saints. I don't think we're going to see a lot of defense. I do think Xavier is going to put up 90-plus points in this game. We're probably most likely going to get 20-plus points out of Conwell from the outside. He started off the season extra hot, scoring 18.8 points per game. The transfer out of Indiana State, making an immediate impact. And this is what we're used to seeing out of him anyway. He averaged 17 points per game at Indiana State. He was shooting 7 threes per game there. Now he's shooting 8 threes per game with Xavier. Only difference so far, he's making 50% of his shots this year, 40% of his shots last year. He's a deadeye from the outside. I expect him to stay aggressive in this game, stay hot from deep. He's going to go off in this game against a bad defensive team. Give me his over total points as the first play of the day. For the second play of the day, we will be looking at Alabama going up against Illinois. Mark Sears over his total points. I'm going to continue to say this. It doesn't matter. I don't care what anybody says. I believe Mark is one of the best players, if not the best players in the nation. This is the last season with him at Alabama. He's going to try to make the most of it, try to make another title game. He has started off the season a little bit slow, only averaging 17.3 points per game. And I say only 17.3 points per game because typically we see this guy score 20-plus points per game. I do think we're going to see Alabama push the tempo. That's going to be great for his fast break layups. We should also see Mark dominate from the outside. They've got some 7-foot guys down low for Illinois. I do think Mark Sears is going to pull up from deep a lot in this game, and that's really Alabama's game. Run and shoot threes. That's what Alabama loves to do. Illinois not going to be able to guard that. Again, that's why I like Alabama. Last season, Mark shot nearly 6 threes per game. This season, only 5 per game. But I do think we're going to see an uptick in his shot percentage and shot attempts in this one because, again, I think Alabama will be taking a lot of shots from the outside and pushing the tempo. Whenever he does pull the trigger from the outside, typically it's a good shot selection. Typically it goes in. Last season, 21.5 points per game. Only shot 13 times per game. Those are some very efficient numbers, very effective numbers. He's been very good getting himself to the free throw line as well. Something that I love for my player props. Get yourself to the line. He's having 7.5 free throws per game. He's been above 80% from the line his entire career. So I do think we'll get at least 5 or 6 points from the charity stripe as well. I think he's going to have a much better day than he did going up against Purdue. Didn't have a great day against Purdue. He's getting another chance here, top 25 matchup. I'm going to take his over total points. That's the final play of the day. Let's go over the recap graphic. We're going to take Xavier against the spread. Minus 20 plus is probably what it's going to be. 22, 23, 24, whatever it is. I'm going to take it. And then Alabama against the spread going up against Illinois. We have Ryan Conwell over his total points and then Mark Sears over his total points in that top 25 matchup. Guys, it's going to do it for the NCAA basketball picks and props for Wednesday, November 20th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.